Okay. All right. I'm pretty sure we're live now. Facebook does not support landscape, and portrait is just a stupid way to live stream, in my opinion. So I'm using an app to stream to Facebook. So I have to wait for it to tell me I'm live. All right. It is January 6th. Oh, I got to go to the park today. Oh, the Blue Jays were back. I think there's a pair that live in the park, and we just hadn't seen them for the last couple of months. And today they came and demanded peanuts. It was great. There weren't a lot of squirrels, but the Blue Jays were there, so that made me happy. All right. Like I said, it is January 6th. Our title is Heaven, Here and Now. And our author is Juanita Bryant-Dunn from the Voice of Guidance 43rd Anniversary Tribute from 2010. And this is Guidance Center for Spiritual Living from Los Angeles, California. So, all right, let's do this. We miss out on so much of the good life by not enjoying heaven here and now. In Matthew 3:2, it reads, "The kingdom of heaven is at hand." And then in Mark 1:15, we find the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Right where we are, heaven is. Heaven is now. At page 598 in the Science of Mind textbook, our dean and founder, Dr. Ernest Holmes, wrote that heaven is a state of happiness. He said heaven is within us and that it is resident all about us. That it is the result of the atmosphere of conviction that our thoughts awaken within us. He also said that heaven is not a locality. It is not a place. It is a real state of reality. He also said that those of us who are looking for a heaven, whose streets are paved with gold and gates are made of pearl, will not find it. So you won't find heaven in a locality. Heaven is within us. Happiness is within us. Peace is within us. Once we find that peace, that happiness, that heaven, we will experience heaven right here and right now. Many people spend their time seeking the pearl of great price. What they are looking for, you already are, you already have. I can't remember how many times I have visited hell in order to find heaven. Dr. Holmes said, "We are all hell-bound for heaven." Then there are some people who are too lazy to get up from the couch to make it happen. With heaven comes responsibility. You don't get something for nothing. Do not postpone living your dreams. Live in the moment. Let us not put off until tomorrow what we can do today. I do believe in saving, but a lot of people are saving for a rainy day. Then they stop to look out the window, not knowing that it's raining cats and dogs out there already. So right there, she just summed up a whole lot of what I say after I do the reading. Because I use the Ernest Holmes quote, "Open the windows of your soul. Allow the breath of heaven to remind you that you do live in heaven right here, right now." Because it's a state of mind. It is not a place, as she said. It is not a locality. It's a state of mind. It's a state of consciousness. So she quoted, "The kingdom of heaven is at hand." Jesus also said, "The kingdom of God is within you. The kingdom of heaven is within you. The kingdom of good is within you." Happiness is a condition that we create. Joy is a quality of God. The innate joy within us is what allows us to create the happiness. It is tapping into that innate joy of God, into that awareness that everything around us is made by God, of God, for God, including us. I think that's one of the reasons. That's why Jesse calls us godlings. because we're made of God stuff. We're made of star stuff. You know, I've seen it said that the iron in our blood was made in the heart of a star. So we're literally star stuff. We are made of, everything's made of the same thing. It's all God stuff. I mean, if we want to break us down to, you know, molecular level, atomic level, go subatomic level, you know, do we want to get into the quarks? Do we want to get into the photons? It's all one. We're all made of the same stuff. We're just, you know, our electrons and are arranged differently. I was reading it was, everything is just electrons dancing. Everything is just electron dancing. That's heaven, you know. There's the electrons are dancing, and that's what creates us. And the spark of life that causes the electrons to dance, well, that's God, or spirit, or Atman, or universe, whatever you want to call it. God is not one of my trigger words. So, you know, and I say that, don't save the good stuff. That's why I say eat dessert first. Don't save the good stuff. People are saving for a rainy day, and we should, you know, put a little something back so that we have something always. But too often we're saving for a special occasion when our life is a special occasion. We want to live now. We want to live now. That's what Eckhart Tolle wrote an entire book about, the power of now, living in the now. And that's why, and I forget which Chinese author it was that said it. It's either Sun Tzu or Lao Tzu, or could be Confucius, that anxiety is living in the future and depression is living in the past. Depression, we're constantly focused on all of the problems that we've had in the past, and we can't see the good that we have now. It causes depression. Now, so do chemicals, but, you know, I don't want to downplay medical, you know, hormonally induced depression. Been there, done that. But a lot of anxiety is we're so concerned about what's going to happen in the future that we're not living in the now. So it's like, it's not that we don't want to remember the past, and it's not that we don't want to plan for the future, but we got to live now. That's where heaven is. Now. In the amazing things that happen right now. Like right now in my house, there is a strip of sunbeam about this wide. And there is a cat in that sunbeam. That's heaven. That cat is in heaven because that cat is in this sunbeam, enjoying the sunbeam. And it's heaven for me because I get to enjoy this cat enjoying the sunbeam. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. And I'm not saying that there are not things going on in the world, because there are definitely things going on in the world. But it doesn't mean that we can't enjoy the happiness now. We can't create the happiness now. I say joy is a quality of God. Therefore, joy is a quality of you. No matter what is going on in the world, no matter what is going on in your life, you still deserve joy. If you can take the moment now, and not all moments are going to be joyful and happy. There's an ebb and a flow to life. There's a cycle to life, and that's okay. That is okay. That is what we signed up for when we chose to come into material existence, you know? But what we can remember is it can be more heaven than hell. We create our own heaven and we create our own hell. And too many people have gotten really good at creating heaven and have forgotten how to create, are really good at creating hell and have forgotten how to create heaven. And you know the phrase, hurt people hurt people. So people who are really good at creating hell get really good at creating hell for everyone around them. So, and so we got to do what we can to minimize that. We need to get people who are really good at creating hell for other people out of power. For starters, we don't put them in positions of responsibility, because she said heaven comes with responsibility. We need people who understand what heaven means, who can help people meet their basic needs, and then everybody can learn to create heaven for themselves. If people are worried about meeting their basic needs, food, shelter, and clothing, then there's no way they can create heaven. They're just not. And I'm not saying that they can't. What I'm saying is it's hard to maintain. Okay. Because they're worried about where their next meal is coming from. They're worried about where they're going to sleep tonight. They're worried about, where they're, getting fresh clothes. They're worried about that. So, and there are people who are really good at creating hell for themselves and other people who don't want to help these people because they enjoy being in hell. I don't know. And it's like science of mind is about working for a world that works for everybody. If everybody has their basic needs met, then they can work on creating heaven for themselves. And as she said, it's not streets paved with gold. It is not pearly gates. It is not. It is being able to take care of your basic needs and being present in the now with the people around you, with being present with nature, being present with, in my case, cats, my fur babies, being present with my partner, being able to cook dinner with my partner, that I consider that heaven, it's here, it's now. I'm getting really close to a soapbox. I'm trying not to, but it's also, I don't want to upset myself. I want more people in the world who know how to create heaven for themselves. Because when we learn how to create heaven for ourselves, then we make different choices in the world. We move through the world differently. We make different choices. And we are kind, compassionate, and loving with our fellow living beings. Okay. I want to include all living beings, not just humans. We make better choices for them. And so when I meet people who are clearly in hell, all I can do is treat for them. All I can do is stand in my peace, stand in my heaven, and show them that there's another way. I'm not going to say a better way, but there's another way. Science of mind doesn't have all the answers. Ernest straight up said, no religion has all the answers. Every religion has answers, but they're all signposts showing the same path. Go to the source of your being. Get to know the source of your own being. Find out that that's where heaven is. Recognize that it's all one. And as Ram Dass says, in the end, we're all walking each other home. What I love about Science of Mind is it teaches us that we're at choice. And if we don't like what's going on, we can choose again. All right. Oof. I went a completely, unexpected way. You never know which way I'm going to go on these things. But many people spend their time seeking the pearl of great price. What they are looking for, you already are. You already have. I can't remember how many times I have visited hell in order to find heaven. Dr. Holmes said we are all hellbound for heaven. Then there are some people who are too lazy to get up off the couch to make it happen. With heaven comes responsibility. You don't get something for nothing. Don't postpone living your dreams. Live in the moment. Let us not put off until tomorrow what we can do today. I do believe in saving, but a lot of people are saving for a rainy day. Then they stop to look out the window, not knowing that it's raining cats and dogs out there already. Do not postpone your living dreams. The mission today, should we choose to accept it. I'm not going to give you the mission of creating heaven. I am going to give you the mission of living your dreams. Do not postpone your living dreams. Go and take one step towards your dreams. Because the cool thing about God is when you take a step towards God, God runs towards you. So that is the mission today, should we choose to accept it. Do not postpone your living dreams. Take one step towards them. Every day, take one step towards them. All right, beloveds, that is the mission today. The other mission is the same mission I give you every day, which is to do something loving for yourself, do something kind for yourself, do something compassionate for yourself. Whatever that looks like. Be it one thing, be it three things, be it all things. Because in the end, that's the goal, to make everything that you do for yourself and others loving, kind, and compassionate. It doesn't mean we don't do the hard stuff. It just means we find loving, compassionate, and kind ways to do the hard stuff. All right? With heaven comes responsibility. It's like with great power comes responsibility. Well, heaven is a great power. It comes with responsibility. And a couple of suggestions. My favorite suggestion for do something loving, kind, and compassionate for yourself. Take a deep breath before you speak. It is so much easier to think about what you speak than to make amends for saying something you didn't mean. You also will never speak to anybody as much as you talk to yourself. Be aware of your self-talk. Please be aware of your self-talk. It is what sent me into therapy one time. I heard the way I was talking to myself and went, this is not okay. Yep. That was in a period I was creating my own hell. So, also, take a walk, take a nap, take a break. Take a walk. One, go get your blood moving, your heart pumping. Get some more oxygen to your brain, more blood to your brain. Go and move your body. Take a nap. None of us get enough sleep. So, that's obvious. It's how you know you're an adult, when you look forward to those naps you get. Saturday and Sunday, you better believe I take at least a nap each day. It may be short, but I'll get it. And I have cats who enforce it. So they will hold me down for a nap. Take a break. Sometimes when we're working on something, we need to walk away from it and do something else to get new inspiration, to get a different perspective. Take a walk, take a nap, take a break. What else loving, kind, and compassionate you can do? You are your own best test subject. Try it out. But the most important reason is because you are a beloved child of God and you deserve your own love, kindness, and compassion. So practice on yourself. A couple other suggestions. No. Say no to things that are draining for you. And remember that no is a complete sentence. You don't owe anybody an explanation for your no. And also to say yes, especially to something that pushes you a little out of your comfort zone, or a lot, up to you. Because frequently what we really want, those living dreams, are just on the other side of our comfort zone. As she said, you can't lay on the couch and expect heaven to come to you. Although, when I lay on the couch on a Saturday afternoon with my cat, you better believe that's heaven. Especially in the winter under a warm, fluffy, fuzzy blanket. Ugh, I can't think of anything better. Well, unless my husband was there with me. But, my partner, yeah. So that's what we did for Christmas Day and New Year's Day. Fluffy blankets and cats. It was great. Okay. And that's my idea of heaven. So, or at least one of them. The other one is Trinity College Library. Oh, yes. Okay. Loving, kind, compassionate. Couple other suggestions, just basic self-care suggestions. Oh, no. Well, I already told you to eat dessert first. Your life is a special occasion, and I talked about joy. I did that in the talk, so I'm going to skip those today. The rest of the basic suggestions, do something to engage your mind and your body, whatever that looks like for you. Drink plenty of water. You saw I brought mine with me today. Hydration is super important. Your brain works better, your body works better, and your skin looks better when you are well hydrated. That's one of those things that, everybody should have access to clean water. It is super important. Yeah. So, and get that early in your day bright light. There were next to no clouds in the park or in the sky this morning. So going to the park, I got that sun, and it feels so good from 7 to 9 in the morning. The sun is just at the right angle. 5 to 10 minutes is all you need, and it feels really good on my skin. So I don't get a whole lot of sun. You can see how pale I am. But that 5 to 10 minutes of early in your day bright light will help to reset your circadian rhythms. You will feel better. You will have more energy during the day. You will sleep better at night. My cat just scared me silly. I don't know what just happened. So if you saw that startle, it was a cat. He's probably teasing one of the other ones. My heart's racing now. We were talking about bright light. Yep. 5 to 10 minutes. You can also use artificial light. That will work too. If you need more support than the light in your house, then please Google sun lamp or seasonal effect disorder lamp. Gabby is 18 years old, and she's definitely a little old lady, and I think the cold is seeping into her bones today. And she's mad because one of the other cats is on her hot pad. So I may have to run Rita off. And okay, so not that you needed to know that. Where was I? I guess I'm at this. My Ernest Holmes quote. Open the windows of your soul. Allow the breath of heaven to remind you do live in heaven right here, right now. It's all around you all the time. That's what we've been talking about today. Heaven here and now. So at which point I will tell you, we've already talked about Maslow's ladder. We've talked about meeting basic needs. Emma Curtis Hopkins. Look for the good and praise it. Fastest way to get to that heavenly mindset is to look for the good and praise it. Count your blessings. And I'm a big believer in looking for the little goods, because the little goods add up to the big goods. If you're looking for the big goods, you'll miss all the little goods. But when you start looking for the little goods, then you can't help but see the big goods because they add up. All right, so try it. You might like it. Gratitude practice is one of the healthiest practices out there, and it will literally get you everywhere. Gratitude will get you everywhere. All right. I'm at the social media. We are Creative Life Spiritual Center, Creative Life Spark. I am the running, hang on. The running Rev Ryan on the social medias that I am on. We both have YouTube channels. These talks are archived on the Running Rev Ryan YouTube channel. Everything else, all of Jesse's Sundays, all of our soul sessions, they're archived on the Creative Life Spiritual Center channel. So I encourage you to go and like and go subscribe to the channels. I read this thing called You because I found out there wasn't an audible version of it. I've got a stack of the other ones that I want to get down to too, because Ernest's stuff is good. And he's got all these little bitty books that they're not audible versions. And I'm like, there should be. So I'm going to take care of that. And I'll put them on both YouTube channels. So they'll be available. You want to know what's going on with our center? Email info@creativelife.org. That'll get you on the constant contact. And that way, the hot links are hot. It will, if it says click here now, it'll take you right to the information, such as the soul session playlist, or to the information, or to the person that can help you get it. You can take classes with us. You can take classes through home office. There's a link for the home office classes. All right. And I'm now at the part where I get to encourage you to have a great day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanted day, a wonderful day, an awesome day, an amazing day, a heavenly day, a kind day, a compassionate day, a go to the park day, a take a nap day, a do what you need to do day, a catter day, which is cat plus Saturday, a silly day, a happy day, a joyful day, a happiness comes from the inside day, a making happiness day, a good day. And if that is too much pressure, simply have a day. You are enough just as you are. You are a beloved child of God. You are a brilliant light, a divine spark. You are spirit in motion. You are God in action, or as Reverend Jesse likes to call us, you are a godling, in whom God is well pleased and well represented. This is where I remind you to explore the truth of your being, to peel back the layers of everything that you have been told you are, and get to know who God knows you to be. All right? Peel back the archetypes, the stereotypes, the labels, the boxes, what society has told you, what culture has told you, what religion has told you, what gender normatives have told you, what marketing has told you, what ad executives have told you. what the TV has told you, what social media has told you. Peel all of that away and get to know who God knows you to be. Because I can promise you that that person is good. And probably pretty cool. All right, beloveds, I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my day. But I'm going to remind you, Reverend David will be on around 5 p.m. with you. I will be back with you around 9 a.m. Take care of yourself. Know that you are loved. And I will see you next time.